Sister Wives Kody Brown's obvious better connection with boys. Kody Brown is the patriarch of the popular TLC show Sister Wives. The show follows the lives of the Brown family as they navigate the complexities of plural marriage. Kody has often been accused of favoring one wife over the others. Recently, fans have pointed out that he also seems to favor certain children over others. His relationships with his children are quite tumultuous. He is estranged from some and has minimal involvement with others. Conversely, there are some children with whom he shares a close bond. This raises a complicated question. Why is he closer to some children while being estranged from others? There are many factors at play in this dynamic. Keep reading to find out what fans have to say about these stark contrasts. Kody Brown has complex relationships with his children. Kody Brown has a total of 18 children with his 4 wives, which includes 1 transgender child, 7 sons, and 10 daughters. Kody's first wife, Mary, gave birth to their only child, Leon Brown, who is transgender and uses they/them pronouns. With his second wife, Janelle, Kody has 6 children, sons Garrison, Logan, Hunter, and Gabriel, as well as daughters Madison and Savannah. Kody's third wife, Cristin, is the mother of 6 children, son Peyton and daughters Aspen, Mykelti, Gwendolyn, Sybil, and Truly. Lastly, Kody's fourth wife, Robin, has 5 children, sons Dayton and Solomon and daughters Aurora, Brianna, and Ariella. 3 of Robin's children are from her previous marriage. Kody Brown navigates a complex web of relationships with his children, characterized by varying degrees of connection. Some of his children are quite distant, leading to estrangement. Others experience only minimal involvement from Kody in their lives. In contrast, there are a few children with whom he has cultivated a strong, close bond, highlighting the intricate dynamics within his family. Brown says that he didn't abandon his estranged kids, but that they betrayed him. He has stated that his children have shut him out, treated him with contempt, and are colluding against him. Kody has become estranged from his daughters, Maddie and Sybil, and his sons, Gabriel and Garrison, before Garrison's passing. Kody Brown favors his male children over his female children. Fans believe that Kody Brown tends to favor certain children. Many took to Reddit to express their views on Kody's relationship with his children, suggesting that he shows a preference for his male children over his female ones. Additionally, Kody seems to favor the wives who have more male children. On the show Sister Wives, viewers can observe Kody showing more attention to his wife, Janelle, and her children compared to his wife, Cristin, and her kids. Janelle has 4 male children, while Cristin has only 1. Cristin often has to ask Kody to spend more time at her home instead of Janelle's. Fans said. Janelle has 2 girls, but I do think he still favored the boys, and by him just being around, the girls received some attention too, so she did not see it as Cristin did. Plus, I read somewhere that Peyton spent a lot of time with Janelle's boys, so he probably received more attention because of that than his sisters did. I do think a lot of the unfairness was because he viewed his marriage with Cristin as less than, and it put a strain on his relationship with those daughters. Kody is petty enough to do something like this. Kody is there for Saul's bottle-rot dental surgery, which is a completely avoidable ailment that stems from poor child caretaking, but he can't be there for Sybil's spine surgery, which was a biological condition she was born with and no amount of good/bad parenting could fix. Kody Brown was available for his male child, while he was not there for his female child. He spent significantly more time with his male children, leading fans to accuse him of favoritism for the male children. In addition, Gwen Brown shared in a YouTube video details about Kody's relationship with his male children. It is reported that Gwen said, Gabe and Garrison were upset because their relationship with Kody was breaking down. She said that all the males failed to realize that this is how the relationship has always been between the female children and Kody. It seems that Gwen believes that her father has always had poor relationships with the female children in the Brown family, while the male children had favorable relationships with their father. For years, Sister Wives has chronicled the ups and downs of Kody Brown's plural marriage and his many relationships with his children. But one pattern has become increasingly clear. Kody's bond with his sons has always appeared stronger and more effortless compared to the sometimes strained relationships he has with his daughters. From the early seasons, Kody was often seen laughing and row-housing with his boys, engaging in activities that allowed him to express his personality in ways that felt natural to him. Whether it was wrestling in the living room, taking road trips, or goofing off with the older sons, his interactions with them felt easy, like second nature. He exuded an energy that seemed more comfortable in these male-driven moments, fully embracing his role as the cool dad. With the daughters, however, there was always a different dynamic, one that often seemed more distant. While he had affectionate moments with them, there was less of the relaxed, buddy-buddy camaraderie that he so effortlessly displayed with the boys. Instead, his interactions with his daughters often seemed more performative, like he was playing the role of an attentive father rather than simply being one. The warmth didn't always feel as natural, and as the years went on, that difference became even more pronounced. One of the clearest examples of this divide came in recent seasons when Kody's relationship with his older sons, particularly Yabe and Garrison, became a major storyline. Their tension stemmed from the COVID-19 pandemic, with Kody's strict rules driving a wedge between them. And yet, despite their very public falling out, his anger and frustration with them still carried an underlying layer of care. He wanted to be right, but more than that, he wanted them to return to his good graces. His disappointment was loud, but so was his desire to mend things. In contrast, his relationships with his daughters, particularly those from his previous marriages, seemed to fade into the background. Sibyl's heartbreaking scoliosis surgery highlighted the disparity. She needed her father's support, but instead of showing up for her in the way a devoted father would, Kody found excuses to stay away, citing concerns over travel and COVID exposure. Yet, when it came to his sons, he seemed far more eager to push past boundaries if it meant preserving his connection with them. Another telling moment was the dynamic with his youngest children, specifically Solomon and Ariella. Since they are Robin's kids, they've been raised in a household where Kody is a daily presence. And while he seems to be engaged with them in a way he wasn't with his older daughters at their age, there's still a noticeable difference in how he connects. With Solomon, there's an ease, a natural enjoyment in teaching and playing, mirroring the way he bonded with his older boys. With Ariella, he's present, but there's a slight hesitation, as if the instinctive closeness isn't quite as organic. The underlying reasons for Kody's stronger bond with his sons are complex, likely stemming from a mix of personality, upbringing, and his own internal biases. Kody has often spoken about his preference for structure and discipline, and in many ways, he seems to expect his daughters to accept his authority without question. When they push back, he distances himself rather than engaging in the same heated but ultimately reconcilable conflicts he has with his sons. The pattern also speaks to a broader theme within the Brown family, Kody's traditional view of masculinity and leadership. With his sons, he sees reflections of himself, young men he can mentor and mold, even if they rebel against him. His daughters, however, have grown into strong, independent women who often challenge his authority, and instead of embracing that dynamic, he withdraws. Perhaps the most glaring example of this favoritism is the way he treats Robin's sons compared to how he treats his other children. Dayton, for instance, has had a uniquely close bond with Kody, who has consistently shown up for him in ways that he hasn't for other kids in the family. The stark difference in effort and engagement is impossible to ignore. Ultimately, Kody's favoritism toward his sons isn't just speculation. It's been laid bare throughout *Sister-Wives*, season after season. His relationships with his daughters often feel transactional or obligatory, while his connections with his sons, especially those who fall in line with his views, carry an authenticity and depth that is hard to miss. The divide has only grown wider in recent years, and as Kody continues to lose the respect of many of his children, the ones who have challenged him the most seem to be the ones he has distanced himself from the most. While some fans argue that Kody is simply a man of a different generation struggling to understand his daughter's independence,